All right, everybody, we are here. Welcome to another session of Time After Time. I just named it. I forget what session it is. I think it's seven. We're on seven now. Pretty sure. Okay. I got thumbs up by other people, so that's good. All right. We'll do a little bit of a recap. Toda didn't turn into a vampire. That's it. You did it. uh Behind the scenes, and I don't even know if we have it even tagged at the end, but Jesse actually kind of wished his character would have become a vampire, and I kind of did too, actually. But just we just met a you guys just met a bunch of like really nice vampires and nothing happened, which is unlike anything, and I'm sure a lot of people were disappointed, but you know what, life goes on. You stayed in Tamrin's tiny hut. You got a good amount of sleep. You woke up the next morning and were woken up to a nice breakfast from, boy, I can never remember the guy's goddamn name, and I made it up. Ghost. Ghost? No, you're playing Ghost. Oh my God. I am so sorry. You think I'd
Quaff.
have all this? Quaff. Thank you. Quaff. Thank you. Old adventurer Quaff, Wish Widget, who's actually related to Toda in some way, feels like. No, it was actually established by Quips that you are related. Um, yeah, so you guys are fed, and Quaff is really pleased by his breakfast making skills, and he says, "Well, do we feel like we're up for an actual adventure this time? Can we? Because I think that we're very close to the Bridge of the Forgotten."
I don't know about you, but being bitten by a vampire and then not turning into a vampire was kind of an adventure.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose, you know, it's interesting. You and I, we've been on quite a few adventures together, and
Yes.
I don't ever remember that you ever being bit by a vampire before.
Well, see, something new every day, right?
That's right, Goth. I just I'm shocked by all of the things that we've actually done, and it's interesting that that is something that's not on the list, but it is
Good.
now.
Check that off.
Oh, I love your
Do we have bingo
invisible
yet?
quill and your scroll. Yes. Yes, you've won. You get this miniature egg. And he's got like a little quail egg that he didn't use for breakfast.
I'd rather have one of the cooked ones, but yeah, I'll take it.
Well, you already had a cooked one. Go. You're always so hungry all of the time.
That's me. Good old Goth, always
I,
hungry.
I tell you, for as seasoned of an elf as you are, I'm surprised you have still have such a big appetite.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really old, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you're kind of old, yeah. I hope I didn't offend you none.
Oh no, it's fine. I like being called old.
Oh, do
It's
you
a
now?
compliment
Oh, most of the
to
time when I
us.
reference your age, you're very grumbly about it. I'm glad to see you've turned around.
Yeah, new feathers and all that.
Yes, indeed.
Plus,
So what
kind
say
of
everyone?
when you're staring down the pipeline of potentially bringing all magic, like making sure magic stays in the world and probably dying. You kind of try to look on the best side of things, don't you?
That is true, Ghost. Boy, I tell you, you're surprising me more and more each day.
That's me, all full of surprises. Next, I'm gonna start eating meat.
Wow, I tell you, these are big days.
All right, let's get
All
full
right.
bellies so we can save the world.
That's right.
What's on the agenda for today?
Like I just previously talked about, we are very close to the Bridge of the Forgotten. One of the first things we need to get past in order to get to this beacon.
Yes, this was the one with the angry ghost soldiers. Is that correct?
Yes, it's actually the heroes of yesteryear, where they have died heroically, and they haunt this bridge to this day.
Well, perhaps it is up to us to send them on their way to help them continue onto their journey before we are allowed to pass.
Why is the answer always violence with you? I have so many questions.
Cameron, it solves most things.
Well, I mean, we just want to, you keep all your options open, right?
Who?
Who is this Tamarin you speak of?
What did you call me?
Cam looks around like, damn it.
What did you call me? Was that an insult in your native language?
Yeah, yes, I apologize. It slips out sometimes when I'm not prepared to answer a question thoughtfully.
Right.
I don't know. Personally, I think that shouldn't be a word that's even in your vocabulary.
You
What, violence?
tell them. No, the name you called me. Anyway,
Oh, right. I do apologize. I take it back, and I'll never use that slanderous word again.
right. All right. Well, is everyone done eating? Is it time for you to go like ranger our way? Zlot.
Are all your
Kinda like-
stomachs filled?
And like squints his eyes and
Pointing
like,
to Belzarin. Like,
yeah.
I think so. I
And-
mean, I feel pretty full. The grass is really filling. I mean, the other stuff's good too. Just
So you're
digest
eating
that for a while.
You're eating the grass.
Okay,
great. Yeah.
You need the roughage, right? You need the roughage.
it's just human half of them just bent down onto the ground eating grass.
Yeah. This is yeah, right. Just the
Just sit down.
yeah.
Just sit down.
Or do you use your hands and pull grass up and eat it?
I think he pulls it, right?
Does he pull
Kind
it?
of like
Alright.
lean down,
Yeah.
Greg's just like,
Oh.
That's great. All right, Peg.
Are we ready?
I
Should
think
we
we're ready.
venture off?
We should
Oh.
away.
Zlot
Onward.
starts leading the way. Started checking terrain and whatnot.
That's right.
Tamron is laughing her ass off inside her head.
Violently scrolling through his notes, trying to find everyone's real name before he makes that mistake again.
she's like, go Ranger, Mr. Ranger.
Yeah, Cam just heads out, just like, yep, yeah. He goes off and he rangers.
Yes.
I think Belzarin like catches up, which I guess isn't really all that hard since you're a dwarf, right?
And you have
Yep.
Yeah,
literally
just keep
four
it
legs.
coming. Just keep it coming.
So he kind of like he leans down. He's like, "We're gonna kill them, right?" Like that was the. I mean,
Like the ghost soldiers, the Golgers? Yeah.
yeah, right. I mean, what else
mean,
are we gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, I'm throwing a little bit now this morning, but listen, I'm that's my assumption is that's the way to solve the puzzle. But you know,
I mean, we can try to talk to him. I mean, if you think it'll work, right? Like, it'd be less
I don't.
work.
I don't, but someone can try it. I'm kind of looking over my shoulder and making sure that no one can hear me.
Meanwhile, Tota leans over to Tamron and is like, we're not gonna let them kill the ghosts, right? Because that's like definitely not gonna work. Like you can't kill ghosts; they're already dead.
You can banish them.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's what Cam and Belzarin have in mind.
Listen, we're gonna let them try to hit the ghost with their weapons, and it's not gonna work, and then we'll try something else.
I really wish there was a way that you could like take a long painting in real time of something happening, because I really want to capture the moment that Cam and Belzarin try to stab a ghost.
Listen, it is gonna live on in my memories forever.
It's gonna be what I fall asleep to every night.
Cam turns to Belzar and he goes, "You hear them? They're literally calling themselves by their real name out loud." Well, I just got drilled for.
Hey, we're having a private, quiet conversation betwixt the two of
Right.
So then
Listen,
Cam
Cameron's a
fires-
word that we can say, not you.
us. Yeah. And I just want to point out that you and I are magic users, and we 100% can recreate that with magic. Okay,
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point.
yeah, we just really we'll just have to bone up a little bit on some certain spells, but I'm positive I've seen people do that before, so it's on my list. That is next.
You know what? I think I have an idea.
Belzarin leans down.
You
to
see a
Cam.
little glint in Toda's eye.
He leans down to Cam. He says, "Well, Toad's got those magic balls, right? So, like, maybe we should let him try that first."
Well, of course, we're going to let Toto try his magic balls first. Of course, that's going to be the first option to see what he can do.
And then we
Then-
stab him, right?
Then, yeah, that doesn't stab.
Hmm. All right, fair enough. Hey, are
And
you
then-
gonna be tired? Like, if we're gonna like kill a lot of stuff, do you wanna jump up? Like, you get those little, like, hey, I know that's not like your regular form or whatever. Like, if you're just not used to it, like, I'm getting used to this whole thing, and he kind of like waves his hands around like the whole horse body,
Cam looks up and like shields the sun from his eyes. So he's looking up. So he's looking up to see Belzar. It's like, I just remembered. We don't even have to deal with this. And then he fires off psychic whispers. So now we can all talk to each other in each other's heads. And he says, "Hey, Tamron and Toda, now we can talk to each other's heads. We can call each other by our real names." And he kicks the dirt in front of him and he walks and he continues to ranger
With
ahead.
tiny foot.
you want me not to
Yes.
call you Cam then, or like, what are we?
Not out loud.
Oh, all right, calm down.
And you hear Quaff say from behind everyone, Zlot, what do you see?
I think that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, it's you. Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it. No, damn it. What do I see? Can I roll to see what I see?
Yes, of course.
I would love to do this. Let me find some D20s. Or just one D20. A perception roll, mayhaps.
Yes.
Ooh. So 13.
Okay. So you see off in the distance, you see what looks to be because you're still a decent amount away. Let's just say like you think you're maybe an hour or two away, just because I can't think of anything else to say as far as that goes. You see a very small bridge, but it also looks like it's going across a vast crevasse that you can't quite see inside. But it looks like from when you look to your left and you look to your right from where that bridge is, there is nothing else. So it's like that bridge is the only way you're getting across.
All right. You yell that back to Quaff and say, "Quaff, I think we're coming up. On it in about an hour."
Ah, yes. From what I can see from my maps, and he like pulls out a bunch of like maps and he's like looking through stuff or whatever, and he's like, you can tell he's got multiples. So it's like wherever he got these maps, like nobody has a precise definitive like map on where you need to go on how this looks and stuff like that. So he's like, from what I can see here, and he's like at least got 5 of them, and he's looking at this one, he's looking at that one, looking at this one. He's like, I think you're right. We are very close.
All right. Well, we'll press on. And
Press on.
There's a lot presses on.
Right.
Hey, Quaff, is this like one of those like dark evil tree things, like where whatever we bring with us is the thing that we have to face when we go across? Is it one of those things?
As far as I know, I don't think it is. Okay, so here's what I know. What I know is that the fallen heroes that are here are doomed to be at this bridge until they have succeeded in doing what they didn't do in their lives. Another thing is that no matter who is there, they see you as that enemy that has bested them. And for them to pass on to the other side, they must eliminate you. Another thing I also have known too, and I hear, again, I don't hear your guys' conversations, but I do, I don't know, I can just read your body types. Like, how do we fight these things? For another thing that I've heard as well is that these are not like most ghosts. They're not as corporeal as they are more flesh and blood than they are ghost. It's almost like a amalgamation of both.
I'd nudge
But
Cam
again,
with my elbow.
These are just tales I have heard.
Toda,
Like,
you can see Toda is visibly distraught by that. It's a wave of disappointment.
And when I say elbow, I mean like my knee, like my knee elbow.
Yeah, you need
My
me.
elbow,
Your Nebo.
Nebo. Yeah, we did it.
because I go to do this, but you're like 4 feet that way, and then I
Yeah.
just like I nudge you with my knee.
Yeah, I mean, not to you the first try you elbow and it goes right over my head. I don't even notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even notice. I'm like, oh shit.
You described the shit out of that.
Good job. Yeah, so as you guys are taking your little stroll, the sun is blazing today. It's like it feels like it's in like, to equate it to ours, it's like in 100 degrees. You're sweating profusely. There are a little bit of shaded areas. There are some trees and stuff like that, and some wooded areas and stuff like that, but it's not much of a reprieve from just the heat and just how it feels. So as you're kind of going, Quaff actually takes out a water skin, passes it to everyone. He says, remember, we must stay hydrated in this type of heat, because we don't want to have any type of passing out or any complications before we get to this Bridge of the Forgotten.
I just want it to be noted that my tail is swishing and knocking off all the flies and whatnot.
Nice. And it probably even gives Cam a little bit of air, so it actually helps him a little bit.
Definitely feels nice. Yeah.
He's just walking in my shadow.
That's right.
If we get close enough where it seems like Cam can, like, I'd probably go and try to sneak up a little closer to get a better look, a little recon before we get too close and sort of, like, I don't know, trigger any sort of surprise attack.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So so we'll just say, the time kind of wears on a little bit. You actually get a little bit closer. I won't even have you roll for this, Cam. Everybody can see this. From the point where this bridge starts and it continues to go on, you kind of see in the crevasse and because again, it's so massive, it just looks like basically the biggest rock pit you've ever seen, and it just goes. But you can't see the bottom because you're not close enough yet. But what you do see, which is one of these weird anomalies, is that from where the bridge starts going on, it looks like it is snowing and blustery wind is blowing the snow sideways.
On the bridge itself,
Yes, over the bridge, over the whole bridge itself.
but just on the bridge.
But just on the bridge. It starts from the bridge and goes on. So like you can't
Okay.
see past it yet because you haven't gotten over the bridge, but it's a
Right,
weird
right.
break where it's like real sunny, 100 degrees. As soon as you get to that bridge, it's blowing wind, it's blustery, and there's snow blowing sideways.
Okay. And we can't see the other side of the bridge.
It feels like it goes on forever
Okay.
for
And
now.
so if we don't look at the bridge, can we see to the other side of the crevasse?
You cannot.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks
really
it look
long.
it is. It is
Okay, yep.
it's just one of those things where, when Cam saw it, and like I'm assuming Cam reported it to everybody, like this thing goes on forever, and you're like, okay, that can't be right. There's got to be a way around. And you look, and there's literally it just goes on, until it goes into like out of sight basically, and it disappears, and you're like, well, there's nowhere else to go but across.
Mm. Listen, I have
It-
absolute faith in everyone's ability to accomplish this extremely difficult task. Take a bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
That was good.
Yeah, all of us, everyone.
I think I can only give it to one person. So she's probably gonna pick Belzarin because it seems like he's actually, who's out front? Is it Cam?
Cam.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm probably going over the bridge first.
Okay, so she'll give it to Cam.
I feel so bardically inspired.
You get a 1d8,
Yes.
and you can use it on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
I will use the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic D8 for this.
Oh, there you go.
Ah.
So how does Tamron do it bardically? How does she inspire him?
She just gave him a speech.
It was a good
Oh, okay.
speech.
He
But-
just got a rousing, inspiring.
Okay.
Go
Rousing,
team.
inspiring speech. Okay.
He is
Okay.
aroused. Oh, rousing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Wait,
Whoa,
what now?
hey.
I misheard.
This is
I misheard.
it's not this kind of a show. We've talked about
misheard.
balls a lot, but then we're not talking about this kind of thing.
A lot of innuendous balls and other things.
Yes. Other
Hey, you're
things.
walking a
I
little funny.
mean-
What's going on with you? You
So
all right up there?
if you really think about it, right? Like strippers are basically bards.
Your story.
Like the College of Dance.
Mhm.
True. It's true.
Inspiring you to
So
spend
next
money
time,
since
next time you
forever.
put a dollar in one of their G strings, you say, "You have inspired me, bardically. Thank you." See how that turns
Ooh.
out.
No, that would be funny. That'd be funny to. No, I'm
Necronomicon,
still
we'll
not
try
gonna-
it.
like, I can't.
Nah.
I can't even like pretend to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So
yeah, I'm
I
like-
haven't
so-
yet. I'm
inspired
definitely
as
not
hell.
going to start at Necronomicon. That's
I live a little.
But no,
All
yeah,
right.
Toda will kind of look out to the crevasse and be like, I had a friend, Tierston, who liked to play practical jokes on people, and he could cast an illusion that made it look like the hallway was going on forever. But then you take like 3 steps and walk into a wall. So like, I'm wondering if maybe that's what's going on right now, where there's like some kind of illusion over the crevasse where we can't see the other side because it's making it look like it goes on forever, but it's only like maybe 20 feet across.
Maybe that's the case. Do you want me to try to dispel it?
It's worth the shot, right? I
That's
mean,
worth a shot. Yeah. Well, the last time you dispelled something, he says in the Psychic Whispers, didn't we blow up a cave of? Didn't you blow something up? Isn't that what happened? I remember that correctly.
with the crystals, right? I don't
Yeah,
think that was
right.
a dispel though. I think that was
Was it a
something else.
dispel? Okay, all right.
Could have been.
All right, so she starts singing softly to herself, and she is singing, but I see your true colors shining through.
Nice.
Perfect.
So
That
she
was when it
starts.
starts to like tap on the ground with his front hoof,
Yeah.
keeping time.
Nice.
So she starts singing that to herself, and she is going to try to dispel it. Let's see. Let me look up my spells.
Maybe we
Dispel.
harmonize like in Trolls?
True colors
Yeah.
I like that.
of you.
Great part of that movie.
All right. Choose one.
Everybody roll performance.
Yeah. There's a lot of bardic inspiration in those movies.
Yes.
All right. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So, what happens?
Okay. So are you going right to the edge of the
Bridge.
the bridge and then
Yes.
casting it?
Yeah.
What's your
Cool.
range? What's your range? Don't say you're going up to the edge of the bridge. Check your range first.
120 feet. So,
Nice. That's awesome.
Cam definitely stops her from getting too close to the front
Okay,
of the
so
bridge.
like
Not
I
getting
wanna
on
know-
the bridge.
I want to know
Yeah.
for logistics reasons, I want to know exactly where we're at then, just so we know.
how far away are we
120
right now?
feet.
Let's just say you're 100 feet away right now at the moment.
Okay. So, I don't know how far this magical effect is going. So, she would probably be like, how about if I get like 30 feet away?
I'm at 50.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I just
So
want to
she-
see if it works or not, right? Like, and then,
Sure.
you know,
All right.
you don't want to be too close so something happens.
Okay, well, the rest of you can come with me. I don't have to go there by myself.
Well, no, we're gonna, like, but
Yeah.
still,
Cam
you
is,
know.
Okay, fine.
Cam is by your side every second. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you stick something in your
Okay.
pocket? What's going? Whatever, it's fine.
He should shoot you a look of psychic daggers.
Okay, so yeah, you're 50 feet away. You do the dispel magic thing, and so this bridge is probably, again, I don't know feet very well and stuff like that, so I'm gonna say that the bridge is probably about 3 human-sized people wide. Okay,
For
and
like 15 feet
you-
if you're doing like D&D grid,
yeah,
right?
so
5 foot
15.
squares.
Yeah, 15 is great. Love that. Okay. And you do the dispel magic, and about 70 feet, again, just because I'm doing math and no one's gonna be able to tell in game, but 70 feet forward from where the bridge starts, 70 feet in, the wind and the snow stop. It looks like something is, like all the stuff is happening except for it going forward on the bridge 70 feet. And let's just say it's like, it goes up like, I don't know, like 15 feet high too. So let's say 15 by 15, like a square, and then 70 feet
Mhm.
back. It's not snowing and the wind is not affected.
Oh, very nice.
Good call.
Well, you definitely did something there.
Yeah.
Cool. I cannot do
I went-
that a whole lot many more times. So just heads up.
And
Like
Quaff,
once.
Quaff is like super impressed. And he's like, Mikla, I've never seen this from you. You have magic?
I've been practicing when I'm not swinging this axe. Yep. Practicing.
My gosh, Mikla, boy, Tota, you You are surprising me, Mikla. You are also I'm so inspired. I just I can't wait till we get to this beacon because we just need more magic.
Listen,
You just call him
figure
Tony.
I won't always be able to swing this axe as well. You know, I'm getting older, so I'm trying to learn a
But
new skill.
I'm curious, how did you do that? Were you
I was
using
inspired on the
more?
inside. Did you hear me singing? I was inspired.
Oh, okay. Some people use the mortar and pestle and make themselves their magics, and some people have them naturally. You seem to have it naturally.
I am Dragonborn. Of course I do.
Oh, I have not heard such thing as from the Dragonborn. Maybe you've unlocked something that other Dragonborns will have as well.
Yeah, that's probably
Absolutely.
it.
Yes. That is what we will do. I will bring magic to my people.
You're
Wow.
a pioneer.
I feel like this adventure is not in vain. Now, shall we push onward?
Yes.
At least 50 feet.
I think we can go at least 70, right? Like as long as there's no ghosts.
Okay, right. Yeah, maybe 60 to be safe. We'll leave 10 so she could.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Well,
good call.
technically, you're
Yeah.
still 50 feet away from the bridge, so you have to go the 50 feet to get to the bridge first. So,
Yeah, Cam
are you gonna
goes first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are
Yeah.
you gonna do, Cam? Tell me how you're gonna scope this out.
I'm looking at what the bridge is made of. I'm looking down at what I'm going to be stepping on. I'm just looking at it. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
The spell magic worked awesome, so I feel pretty good about at least the 70 feet that were
Yeah.
freed up. So I'm just kind of like, okay, what are we dealing with? Like, what kind of bridge is it? And then I'll
Yeah.
start.
Yeah. So the going, you can see past that and going on. So the bridge itself is wood. It is definitely old because it looks very weathered. There are certain parts of the bridge that are like, they're like wood planks. So it just goes wood plank, wood plank, wood plank, wood plank. Some of them are completely busted out.
Ugh, okay.
Some of them are look like they have like notches in them, like something has happened, like battle, or maybe somebody jumped or something like that. So there's a lot of wear and tear on this bridge. And then when you look further, when all of the wind is blowing and all of the snow is kind of hitting it, it looks very wet, and it looks very like it swings a lot.
Ugh. All right. I think it's safe to assume that beyond that barrier is illusion. So I think I'll start walking on it and everyone be careful with this.
I'll pet Belzarin on the side, and
That feels good.
Just remember, you have 4 feet to watch out for when we're on the bridge. All right, so just make sure you're putting them where it counts.
Yeah, I think, because Cam said that there's holes and stuff. I think I'll bring up the rear because I don't want to if it doesn't support me, then at least you guys will make it through, right? Like I don't want to, be the one that caused this whole thing to not work, right?
No response, Toda?
And I'll reach out. I'll reach down and
Hey, easy down there.
not on you. And I'll pull out one of the spheres and kind of hold it up in front of you and just kind of go and it disappears almost into like a dandelion puffball.
Dig it.
And I will it'll kind of glitter on you a little bit and then soak in. And
I feel like I'm at a rave.
Yeah, I think this might hopefully help. And I'll cast guidance on you.
Ooh.
So on your next ability check, you can roll an extra 1d4.
Nice. Okay. I mean, shouldn't have to roll ability just to walk, but I guess we'll see what happens.
We're going across
Thanks,
the
Toto.
Who's that? Who's this Toda? Just kidding. You probably talked to his head, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Quaff is like, Toda, that was beautiful. Where did that
What
come
did you
from?
call him?
I do it.
Goth. Didn't I call him Goth?
No, he said Toda.
Ah,
It's
okay.
tough
Goth?
when you're looking at I know you're looking at my name on the screen.
Yes.
and
Well,
so-
I also have the name of the person that you're with too, or that you are with your name
Yep.
there too. So it's like,
Exactly. Yeah.
trying to be better at it.
I mean, you know me being all elfy with the glitter and stuff.
Oh, mystical. I love it.
Yeah,
and he
reaching into the ancient elven practices is what I always do.
Oh, good old Goth. I knew it. Cam, I'd be
Yeah,
careful on the
me.
on that
Ancient
bridge.
Goth.
Ancient Goth.
I'm starting to think that Quaff knows our real names.
No, it's just the GM is dumb and can't say the right thing.
Okay, all right. Because I've been noticing.
I
it,
will.
and then I'm like,
I'm
he's
spoil. I will
Quaff is-
spoil it for you. No,
Quaff
I'm
is-
dumb.
Okay, all right. So I won't allow myself to go down that level of like paranoia about Quaff.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
There's a lot of bad guys
Right.
in every story, but hopefully Quaff is not one of them.
Hopefully, I love that.
We'll see.
GM
I
says,
know.
Hopefully, this character's not one of the
I
bad
did
guys.
it. Yep. I did it just to make you even more paranoid.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
already at an
paranoid.
11 of paranoia.
Okay,
You
so
You don't
you're
think this
Cam.
guy's
You're gonna
setting us
start.
up, do you?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, he's in the back. He's not even at the front. He's waiting for
Yeah.
you guys to go. So yeah, Cam, you said you're gonna start walking on
Yeah,
this and
I'm
just
going.
try to
Yep, I'm stepping out.
scope
Just
it
take a
out.
deep breath. Like, all right. Let's
Okay.
let's go. Let's do this.
Just be careful.
So you
up there.
thought, yeah. So you thought the one part was that, or you thought that you're thinking that this bridge is kind of like a illusion or whatever. So you come to a part where there is a piece of plank that's missing. Do you step into it? Do you jump over it? How do you maneuver that?
Yeah, I definitely mess with it in a way that there is absolutely zero risk of me going through the hole. All right, I'll go over it. I'll look down and I'll investigate it just to get a better understanding of this bridge.
Okay. So how are you going to do that? Are you going to try to put your fist through it? Are you going to drop something? Are you going to, because when you look down, you can see that crevasse that's just rocky, and it looks like it goes forever. There's not even like a blackness where there would be a bottom. It's just rocks forever.
Rocks. I'm going to safely and securely, with my superior balance, right, just kneel down, and I'm going to touch the broken slats and see what they feel like and what happens. I am kneeling down. My other hand is there's like it's like a 3-point stance, so there's like plenty of base and balance.
One hand on the
Okay.
rope.
Yep.
Okay. And just because everything's been dispelled and there's no like, okay. So, well, one thing I will say is that it's wet. It's not slippery, but it's wet from the snow. But I'm not going to have you roll anything because of Tamron using her spell of dispelling.
The
And
snow
you
is
go
real.
to put your hand into this where this missing slat is, and your hand goes through. So
Okay.
you have
Alright.
this, I don't know, I'm not going to tell you how to react, but you have this thing of like, just from what I can tell from you, you have this like, oh, this is obviously an illusion. And you go to put your hand in it, and you're like, uh-oh, this is not an illusion.
I think I was more trying to the what was dispelled, I'm assuming, is the illusion. The fact that I can actually walk on the bridge means the bridge is real. So when I get to a broken slat, that's my way of further confirming it.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Hey, and he just said I'll say it out loud so like Quaff can hear it too. It's like, all right, bridge is real careful. I got a broken slat right here. Let's just step over it and let's just be careful, everyone. Be careful. And then I'll continue.
So I think Belzarin says then, so maybe this whole like the snow's not an illusion, right? So like
Yeah.
um if Makla did dispel magic, then the snow is magic, right? Because the boards are still wet, you said. So like even the magical effect will make right like it's still like snow is snow, even if it's magic snow, right? So like it's probably not an illusion as much as like there's this effect that's happening, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't know, but those two are they're the magic one. Well, I mean, so I guess I'm saying this in my head, right? So like, Toda and Tamarin are the magic ones, so like they know better, I guess.
Yeah, like what was dispelled if it's wet?
If then it wasn't an illusion, right? It was a real weather effect of some sort.
Well, so like meta, right? So like if it wasn't so if it was an illusion, then the boards wouldn't be wet. But if you conjure magic snow, just like magic fire will still burn you. It's just created from a magical means. So if the snow was created through a magical spell, it would still be snowing. It's just not naturally snowing in that spot, right? Weather creating the snow. The magic creates snow. The snow would still make the boards wet and accumulate into whatever, amount of inches or whatever the snow is doing. So if you dispelled magic generically, then it may not. So the thing that's magic in this instance is the snow and not necessarily anything else. Or if there is something else we don't know, right? Because we haven't interacted or seen some other thing.
I think I understand, says Cam.
Okay, so Cam, are it? I'm gonna actually ask this question. So is everybody waiting for Cam to tell them it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going in after him? What are you guys thinking?
I think as I'm going along and I'm not falling through anything, I think it's like, all right, come on out. We can cross the bridge at least safely so far.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, unless. Oh, do I just be bait? Maybe I just be bait. Wait. All right, maybe that's what Cam says as he's walking on the bridge. Why don't you all? I'm gonna change gears here. Why don't you all just wait back, and I'll go out and we'll see what happens. We'll see how far I can get before something happens. All right, just everybody stay off the bridge until something happens. Okay?
Well, we're gonna lose you after you get into the snow, right? Like we can
I
only see
won't
you
go
for...
past that point. I just want to see that getting to that point is safe for everyone to go on.
All right.
All right. And then that's what
Should we may
Cam
have like
starts
tied
to
a
do.
rope around him or something?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Is this the character with 40 feet of rope? I got 100 feet of silk rope.
Whoa!
So yeah, we can totally do that. He puts a square knot into them. So now we have 100 feet of silk rope.
Nice. So you're tying it to yourself and you're giving it to them.
Sure. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You see me
All right.
fall, give a good yank.
I think
Break
we
my
should tie it
spine,
around
Pull
Belzarin.
me up. Yeah, he's the stoutest. Or not the stout. No, shit. He puts his head down. He just opened the door for all the stout jokes. Damn it.
I'll be the anchor, I guess. I'm the biggest.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
the biggest.
Got the most horsepower.
Yes, there it is.
Oh, I see what you
Lord.
did there.
There it is.
Okay, so yeah, you tied it around Bill Zarin. Yeah, Cam, so you head out and you're gonna keep heading until something happens or you get to the edge of this 70-foot.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll
All right.
like reevaluate if I get that far.
For sure. Roll me a perception check.
I would love to do it. What is the damn Midwest Resin Geek D20? That is a 16 plus the perception of 6, 22.
Ooh,
Nice.
the luck of the Midwest Resin Geek dice is with
Yeah.
you. Okay, so so you're going and nothing really seems to happen. The only thing you really notice is that as you get closer and closer to the 70 feet drop off or whatever, it is starting to get icier and a little bit more harder to maneuver. So it's not glare ice, but it's the what do you excuse me
Difficult
to use a
terrain.
D&D term. Yeah, difficult terrain.
Half
So I would
movement.
say like before you get to like let's just say the last 10 feet, it's getting very kind of dicey.
All right. I relay that. I say, all right, as I'm getting farther here, it's getting icier and a little bit more treacherous. Any ideas what
Is
that
it
could
icy
mean?
or dicey?
It's both icy and dicey. You can't
Okay.
combine those two words to make a cool word because they're both sound too. They're already there. Ice
Be
dicey,
icy.
dice icy.
But
But
yeah,
yes, it's both
you make it
icy
to
and
the
dicey.
yeah. So I won't even have you roll for anything. You get to the edge of the 70 feet and you make it safely. Nothing happens.
What do I see at like that point of
Yes,
convergence? Or
you can see, but it's also very difficult to see. So it's like if anybody has been through a snowstorm, it is very just like it just keeps whipping and whipping and whipping. The wind is just whipping the snow, and it's like you can see, but let's just say you could probably see about. Do you have dark vision?
do I? Do I?
As a dwarf, you might, if we have, well, I guess depends on whether or not we have these bodies' abilities, right?
Well, where in
Mm-hmm.
the hell would I see that if I did? Armor, weapons, tools, languages. Oh, dark vision, 60 feet.
Okay, so you can see 60 feet in front of you. It's the same outlook except for a little more stormier.
I put my hand through the barrier from the edge of the spell to dispel, and I into the snows thing. See what happens.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, it's just like you would think. It's the snow is pretty thick. It's hitting you on the arm pretty hard, and the wind is blustery.
All right, I relay that. As you probably imagine, I'm at the barrier, and it's if I put my hand through here, it's like a storm. You know, everything's kind of what it seems to be outside of the dispel barrier. So I guess everyone can start walking if you want, and maybe we can fire off another dispel.
Yeah. So Tyrman she'll march forward carefully.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Careful.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna have you guys roll for it through the spelled part or whatever, because you all are very much just kind of taking a look at, where you're stepping, what's going on, and soon enough you catch up to the edge of that dispelled barrier.
Shall I try again?
Oh, actually, I have a question.
Hmm.
So if Cam is in front and it's about 15 feet wide, I want to know where everybody is, just for logistics sake.
I guess Tyrman's behind Cam.
Okay.
I assume Toad is next because I was going to bring up the back with Quaff.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm bigger and bulky, and again, if I'm too heavy for the bridge or whatever.
Yep.
I think it might even
perfect.
be depending on if we want to just go single file or if we want to double up to
Yeah,
to
that was kind of
weigh
my
the
question.
bridge
Like, if
out.
anybody wants to do that, yeah. But that's up to
Yeah.
you.
Because I'm thinking at least like if you put all of us on like the left side, then the bridge is gonna tilt, right? So like if we either stagger ourselves
too.
left, right, or if we do like 2x2.
Yeah, yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'm gonna put Cam and Tamron in the front. I'm gonna put Toda and Belzar in after that. And then Quaff will just be right behind. I'm gonna say he's
Could
right
we
behind
do
Toda.
since
actually.
Belzarin is heavier and longer?
Yep.
Could we do Toda and Quaff, like Toda then Quaff, so they equal
Yep.
out Belzarin
Yep.
a little bit?
No, that's perfect. Yep, that's
Yep.
perfect.
Well, technically,
Okay.
my size is medium. I just looked it up. Let's see if that's possible, but
Yeah,
okay.
but that's okay. We'll still
Well,
have that. I'm not worried about it too much.
It's a weird trick of the Centaur, because I think Centaur, like the monster is large, but the character class, like the character race, is medium. Because there was this whole meme about like a Centaur PC being able to ride a Centaur monster because the Centaur PC is medium, but the Centaur monster is large.
Well, yeah, it'd be like another PC riding. So, like a centaur is as big as a horse, right? But like you
Right, yeah.
couldn't.
It's because
Like-
they didn't want it's just
It's
rule stuff.
unbalanced.
They
I get it.
didn't want a large PC race.
Yeah,
is
it's a
all.
mechanical thing,
Yeah,
but it's dumb.
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
D&D.
Yep. Welcome to it. Okay. All right. So Cam, sorry. Tamron, yeah, you wanted to pop off another dispel, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. And how many you have? So you did one. How many
Don't
are you
tell
gonna
him.
have left? Just for
It's
my
a trap.
curiosity.
Don't do it.
This
She's got
is
10.
this is my last third level spell.
Okay, so you'd only be able to do it the twice. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you cast again, and same thing happens, except for this time it's 120 feet now. So now you have an extra, an extra amount to work with. The bridge is still wet, but it's not as treacherous as, just when you were at the end of this last 70 feet where it was a little icy and dicey. It's more just wet and a little damp. I don't think it, unless there's like an older piece of wood that's kind of rotting away, it probably won't affect anything, as far as you know.
Okay.
So it's 120 feet out. Do we still see the bridge, or probably have to get closer? I don't know. It's still bridge. You don't see the end.
It still feels like you're just going forever. And Quaff even comments, he's like, I don't understand. There must be another side.
Remember what I said about the tree thing? Maybe this is like that, right? Like we got to go into the storm to face the whatever, and then we can see the other side, right? Assuming we're successful.
Well,
Peg,
if that
you're
is
very wise.
If that is the case, I'm sorry, Tamron, that you had to use 2 spells for us to figure that out.
I'm just spitballing. I mean, I don't know.
It's that does seem feasible, especially at the end of this whole thing. There's still more bridge, and Cam starts like walking carefully.
Oh, we can't see now. Okay. Yep.
No, you can see now. You can see 120 feet now.
No,
Yeah.
but if we look over the edge, there's no
It's just nothing.
bottom.
Yeah,
or
it
does
just
it dispel anything in a cube that we can see the bottom now? Or
you can see through the if you look through the bridge itself, because again it's not perfectly together or whatever, you can see that there's again rocky bottom or rocky crevasse, and it looks like there's no bottom.
Right. Okay.
Okay. All right. So Cam, you trudge on to see what's going on.
I do carefully, with excellent balance and caution.
That's right. Okay. So actually roll me another perception check, please.
I'll do it. 10 plus 6, 16.
Okay. All right. So you go about another 30 feet. And as your foot kind of goes on to the next slat, it's almost like you feel that your foot is going into like a puddle of water. You kind of see it kind of like separate like a puddle of water when you step your foot into something, into it. And a very nondescript human, except for the fact that he has a black suit with a black top hat, stands in the middle of this bridge.
Oh crap! It's an Undertaker.
No,
Everyone
he's
else sees
retired. It's
this.
fine.
Nice. Everyone else sees this nondescript human with a top hat, right?
Do we?
Yes, you do. And
Okay.
he laughs and he says, of course you know the great Meduzal, the best magician in all the land.
Do we?
I know what you've come for,
I think
and you will not
Cam
have
kind of
it.
Cam turns his head and he goes, "Quaff."
Yeah, I did the same thing, like over my shoulder. I was like, "Hey, do you know this guy?"
Yeah. And he kind of like shakes his head and then he kind of points. And in the corner, you see this little wooden like crib, and you hear a crying baby.
Corner of the bridge.
Yes, we're kind of like just in like sorry, it's kind of like just off to the side, I'm sorry, from where this figure is standing. Just behind him, probably about let's just say like 3 feet.
Is this like right after I started onto the new section of the bridge, or I might have missed that? Like,
Nope.
was it?
No.
Okay,
So
so
technically, just for technical sake, for just the game, you went 100 feet
Oh, okay.
on the bridge, and that's when it started.
Started to feel like water, and then this man said, "Don't you know who I am?" to me. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Yep.
And then
Yep,
a
and
crying
he
baby
says-
in a crib.
Exactly. And he says, I don't care how many of your Klaatu want this child. You will not sacrifice this child today.
No, we don't want to sacrifice the child. Kim says.
And
Yeah, I would
He-
really
he-
prefer not to, honestly.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
he laughs. He says, ah, your cult in your ways. I will not be swayed by your evilness. Have at you. And
Damn
he
it.
pulls his top hat off. Everybody roll initiative.
Damn it!
Oh, it's like a flying guillotine. Duck, duck.
That it's like that James Bond villain.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
that's not
odd
good.
job.
Who throws a shoe? Really?
That was random
19.
task. Yes, I know. Oh,
That's right. You get inspiration just for that.
yes, yes.
Give me 1 second.
Oh crap. I'm gonna use. No, I'm gonna save it. I'll use my inspiration or something else. Or bardic inspiration.
Cameron, I'm sorry, what'd you get?
16.
You're muted, Kurt.
Belzarin.
I got an 8.
Cam.
I got an 8 as well.
And Toda.
19.
19.
Ooh.
Perfect. All right. Tamron, roll again with advantage. We got a tie.
Roll again.
Yes.
All right.
So whoever gets the highest between Meduzal and you gets to go first.
21.
Oh, you beat his 19. Perfect. Okay, Tamron, you see that the great Meduzal has taken off his hat and he's taking his hand and he looks like he's going to either reach into it or do something else. What do you do?
Um, um, she looks at him and says, "Why was the magician's top hat feeling down? Because it kept getting a flat top." And she's gonna cast a spell.
Yes.
She's gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Nice.
Okay,
On the
I'm
baby,
assuming
presumably.
that has a spell save.
Has a wisdom saving throw? Yes. A creature of your choice that you can see within range perceives everything as hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter. Range is 30 feet, so are they within 30 feet? Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It is a wisdom saving throw. I think they need to get a 14.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
You
Got an
scared him
open
away.
door
You
and
did
a
it.
dog that's
Oh.
crying.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't want to have to deal with it, so I just left. So I was like, oh, what happened? No. That's good. Okay, that's a 17. It saves.
Aw.
He chuckles.
And yes, exactly. He says, I'm the one that tells the bad jokes around here.
Fair.
All right, Toda, you are up.
All right. So Toda is going to grab one of the spheres and whisper a little lullaby into it. He'll basically go like, lullaby, go to sleep, my sweet little baby, and he throws it, and it will burst right above the guy's head and kind of sprinkle dust down onto him. And so long as he has hopefully less than 38 hit points, he will fall asleep.
The great Meduzal? He's got tons of hit points.
And he does one of these things where he like goes to like he's going to put his hand in his hat and he just starts to kind of sway a little bit. And he kind of like almost looks like he's gonna fall down, and then he shakes his head and he's like, "Ha ha! The great Meduzal will not be bested this day."
He's, that was actually pretty impressive the way he like faked falling asleep. It was like he must be a really good stage magician.
So far, he's been very rude to both of you every time. I don't like it. It was a great joke, Tamron.
One does one's best. Not every performance is always up to my perfect standards, but one can only keep practicing.
And the great Meduzal says, "Too bad that your jokes have fallen flat. And he goes and he pulls something out of his hat and he throws it at Tamron. Tamron, roll me
Guys.
a dexterity check, please. This
Guy's a
deal
jerk.
is 13.
Hey, do you think
Oh, you
Tam
got
knows
this.
Cyclops? Think they ever ran? You know,
8.
'cause she's got the whole Bard thing going.
8.
8?
Okay,
Okay.
maybe you don't got this.
Yep. So he what he does is he actually pulls out another smaller hat
I knew it.
that as he throws it, it shrinks into almost like a like it's been flattened, and it gets kind of like almost like a half hook and wraps around Tamron's legs and knocks her down pro.
Oh,
Damn,
Okay.
the talking
Damn
thing
it.
doesn't seem to be working. Should we shoot him now? Like, should we? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that was a couple of good tries, but I think they took their shot and we can take our shot. Literally. But who goes yeah, who's
I go for the high five and then realize that you're down by my side,
Yeah,
and then
I
I go
just-
low five.
I just look just squint. Squint at you.
All right.
Come on, you can't leave me
Since-
hanging.
Give it to you. We dab it up.
All right, since Belzarin and Cam actually tied with an 8, I will let you decide who goes first, and then
We go at the
that's
same
gonna be
time.
whoever.
My
That's
dex is
not how
an
it works.
18.
You can go. Yeah, mine's a 16. You got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You have you
So-
have 2 more legs than I do. So like clearly you're gonna be faster.
It's true. Very dexterous.
I unsling the bow from around my shoulders and I'm like, duck, and get the longbow out, and
Cam
I'm
gives you
gonna
the finger.
I'm gonna Legolas this shit and shoot both my arrows at the same time.
Ooh.
Okay. Go
Well,
for
let
it.
me use, okay, there we go. One of those is gonna be a 9 plus something, so that's terrible. An 8 plus something, so
oh wow, you're definitely not like Legolas.
yeah, no, not at all. So it's the first time I'm queuing it up, so it threw me off a little bit. So I got a 16 and a 15.
Oh,
Nice. Actually, both of those hit.
Oh no shit! See, I am like Legolas. See?
yeah, it's not as
Look
horrible
at
as
that.
that. You got a good bonus there, buddy.
All right, so 2d8. So that's gonna be 5 plus 8 is 13.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you send a couple well, actually I'll just without hitting any major arteries, where do those go?
So he knocks them both, and he has a moment of hesitation because it looks like they're going to go a little bit wide because he didn't calculate for the wind. As they come in, they both they start to separate out, and they hit him once in each shoulder.
Nice. And and he like it gets hit both times. He's like, and he's like, oh, you evildoers, I will not let you take this child. This child is innocent, doesn't need to be part of your evil plans. And it goes to grab one of the arrows, and he says a little something you don't understand or you don't hear, and it turns into bubbles. And then he grabs the other one with the other hand, and he chants a little something, and it turns into marshmallows in his hand, and he tosses it on the ground.
This guy's got so many actions.
He's got actions on actions on actions.
All right, Cam, you're next.
Cam is going to. How far away am I? Like, can I get to him? I'm gonna rush him and make some
Yeah,
psychic
you're
blade
probably
attacks.
probably only like 20 feet away from him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to rush up upon him, and I'm going to make a couple of psychic blade attacks, so they just kind of like explode into existence with a purpley, shimmery
Mm.
explosion, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna make a couple of swipes at him
Okay.
with like a two-handed thing. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, never mind. Hold on, stop. I'm like using the damn. I don't want to do that. I'm using this. All right. That is a 17 for the first one, and I don't think on the second attack I use my hit. My what do you call it there? 12, 17 and a 12 to hit for both attacks.
Okay. So the first one hits and the second one misses.
All right. Then I'm going to do some damage. I don't think I can. Oh, it's a 5. So I'm doing 8 damage with one of the blades as I kind of I go like one attack misses and then I come up underneath and then I like stab him like up underneath the arm with with one of the blades.
Up under their
Those
arm.
were, yeah, sure, yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah. So the one you kind of slice or whatever, and he kind of dodges a little bit. He shows you a little bit of his side, and you kind of go up into his arm or whatever, and he's just like, oh, he's like, I will save you, youngling. You'll never have to worry about these evildoers again.
You don't want the youngling.
All right, Tamron, you're up again. You are prone.
Okay. So can I get this thing off my legs to stand up?
So it wasn't fully around you. It was kind of like at a half circle. So all it did was knock you down.
Okay.
So you will need an action to get up though.
All right.
No, uses half of your movement.
Oh, half of your movement. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't
So-
worry, Tamron. You've been knocked down, but you'll get up again. They can't keep you down.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Jesse. So yeah, she'll get up again. She sort of dusts herself off. I was not the nicest. Also, your taste in hats is terrible. She is going to try. Did Cam already use his bardic inspiration?
I have not used it yet. No,
Okay.
I should have on that last missed bonus attack. But I
Yeah.
forgot I had it. I definitely should have. Still got it.
Still got it. Okay.
What kind of dragon breath do you have?
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't have any stats for my body.
What kind of dragon
Yeah. So
are you?
So basically, what we talked about after I kind of adjusted things. You
Mhm.
guys have your own abilities, but if you ever roll a 20 or get an inspiration from me, you can actually use that to know something about the character that you're in and be able to use that ability then.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
All right. So have we actually done any damage to this fool?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's been
Yeah, Belzarin shot him a
hurt
couple
pretty
of
bad.
times.
I stabbed him
Yeah.
pretty good.
Is he
Yeah,
bloody?
he's actually looking yes, he actually is looking bloodied.
How much damage? How much damage did you do?
I don't know. I hit him with 2 arrows, and it was like, I feel like it might have been like it would approach like 15-ish. If I had to
I did
like put a
8.
number on it.
I did 8.
So basically, Taryn like stands up, is very offended, dusts herself off, pulls out her bow, and says, "It doesn't say anything," and just tries to shoot this guy.
Nice. Go for it.
All right, let's see. 21.
Yeah, I'd say you got him.
All right.
Roll that damage.
Ooh, 10 points of damage.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah.
So yeah, so you where do you hit him?
Mm. Um, I mean, she's probably just going for a body shot at this point. Like she's not trying to be
Okay.
like
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
no, not trying to be
Yeah.
sly.
Okay. Well, let's say it hits him like basically right in the gut, just below the lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And he like falls to one knee. And he starts to kind of drag his body towards this baby. And he's like, with my last dying breath, I will protect you. And he kind of falls on his butt and kind of lays in front of this baby. And he
You attack us first.
actually
We don't want your baby.
lies.
I think
It's
we
all
all-
lies. I see the evil in your eyes. I know that you're being untruthful.
We all
I will
walk
never
by him.
let you take this baby.
We all like walk by him, like step over him, like we don't want your fucking baby. We just step over him. You're rude. You're mean. Keep your baby.
Okay. So do you walk past him?
Is he down?
Yeah, he's not dead, but he's bleeding profusely, and he's sitting there in front of the and like in front of where the baby is, and has his hands out like he's gonna do something, and he's waiting.
Maybe we have to take the baby. This guy's
How big is the baby?
The baby is like probably, let's say, like 8 months.
Oh, dang it. Okay. All right. In that case, Toda is gonna kind of like wave his hands in the air, and he'll reach out with in like a up and down fist, and his fist will be glowing kind of like a bluish purple. And when he does that, a slightly larger version of his fist will appear over the crib,
Okay.
and he'll look right at the guy and say, "We really, really don't want to have to hurt you or the baby. But if you don't let us go, we might have to. So let us go. And we will just walk away." And I'm trying to I suppose intimidate him in a polite way.
Yeah.
to-
Roll
to
me an
back
intimidation
down.
check. Yeah.
Is Toda
Yeah,
from
go
the
for it.
south? Is that what you're saying?
Could I potentially have advantage because I'm threatening to squash the baby?
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah. That is 19.
Nice. So he shakes and he spits out a little bit of blood. And he says, "I don't believe you. But I will not harm you if you leave."
And Toda will open his hand, and when he does, the light dissipates from his hand, and the magic hand disappears as well.
Okay. And he continues to kind of cough a little bit, and you could tell he's starting to look a little bit worse for wear, and it looks like he's slipping and slipping. Do you all walk by him?
Yeah.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Actually,
Don't you do it.
no. I think Cam like waits for everyone to walk by safely because that's like I don't want him pulling any shit with anybody. I'm standing over him,
Yeah.
waiting for everyone to walk by. That's 15 feet,
When-
right? You guys can get by.
When Toda walks by, he'll pull out. He has like a little brownish green bead, kind of like a marble, and he'll pull two of them out and kind of put them in the guy's hand and say, "Take this." It's not much. It's only a bead of nourishment. It'll give him some food, but like
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
He
heal.
says,
I don't know how to heal.
He said, yeah, he like looks at it, looks at you, and he says, I don't, and he like coughs up blood on it. He's like, I don't believe you.
I mean, it's still, and he'll, so Toda will actually take one of them and pop it in his mouth.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
And still he,
barfed all over that.
And it's a little grassy, but like it's got a nice little umami to it, at least.
It's earthy.
yeah, he does not reach to do it.
I mean, you
You-
be you, I guess.
When Belzarin walks past Cam to walk by, like he just nods at you and keeps going.
Yeah, Cam just looks at you.
We make meaningful eye contact.
Sure. Yeah, there's a little, yeah, something like that. So yeah. Just as an out of character thing here, this guy wasn't like, is it clear now? Like maybe it was and I missed it. It's not like a ghost. This wasn't a ghost.
Well, yes.
Like if he's like,
Yes
I'm
and
watching him,
no.
like, is he sitting there bleeding, trying to protect this kid?
Yes.
Well, I mean, remember,
And
like we were like,
but
Loft told us like they're meat ghosts, right? Like,
They're locked in
Yeah.
these cycles, right? Like they
Yeah.
they have to play out these scenarios over and over again, which is why he wouldn't believe us because
Yeah.
he failed the first time and then
right.
died with this debt or however you want to look at it. So they're locked in this cycle. So whatever we do is not going to matter, right? Meta. In theory.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, if everyone like after everyone would pass by, I don't know that I would necessarily give a shit if anybody like noticed at this point, but I would think I'd reach down, just like taking in the whole scene. I wouldn't really say anything to the guy, just looking at him, and if like it's like, yeah, there's some blood and there's a dying person. I have 2 potions of healing, and I just kind of like drop one on him. I don't say anything. I just drop one on him, and I walk away.
okay. And as you walk past him and as he looks like he's slowly slipping away and perishing once again, you get to a certain point. Cam, well actually who would be in front now? Because Cam was behind. So let just randomly who
I
would
think
be in front?
Belzarin probably. Then
Belzarin.
I guess.
Well,
Okay.
no, because you, Toda, and Tamarin passed first. You were
Did you?
Oh,
you were the
that's
last
true.
to pass Cam. So I'm
Hmm.
thinking it was probably
Yeah.
Tamarin that's first.
Okay. So Tamron, you get probably about 10, 15 feet away, and it almost looks like reverse what happened when you got into this aura. It's like you stepped into water, except for you're stepping out of water. Does that make sense? When your like heel goes like out, you come out. It's like you're coming out of that. And but if anybody is paying enough attention, which again I'll give you all, like, you can figure it out for yourselves. I'm not going to have you roll. There is a beam of light that happens from behind you, and the magician and the baby start to bathe in this light, start to sparkle, start to fade, and shoot up into the sky.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we
Intriguing.
did it.
Was that
Maybe it's a good thing we
right?
didn't
Did
kill
we
him.
do that right?
I think so. I mean, I was gonna kill him, right? Because I just put him out of his misery, but maybe that was the wrong. It was. I have to admit that was the wrong thing, right? Because he protected the kid and we left, right? Like that
We're
was
gonna
like,
call that growth. That's growth. I
Hmm.
love it.
yeah. I mean, sure.
Yeah. Toda will actually put a hand on Belzarin's haunch and say, "See, we're all learning today."
You got pretty handsy back there. I'm saying I didn't like it. I just,
Oh, so confused.
I'm in here still.
At that point, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you're not a horse. I'm sorry."
All right. So, question mark?
And we're 1 for 1, right? I mean, that's
Do we keep going?
Quaff is like, haha, we've actually done it. We've actually, someone has actually, not me. You have let them pass on to the other side.
Yeah. Yep.
I am so proud of my brethren here. I cannot believe. Oh, I am glad you have spared this person, this being, this ghost, this apparition, their lives.
Mhm.
hey, we made it farther than
Can't just
anybody
go
else,
around
right?
stabbing everything.
So, can we keep going? Is the way ahead clear? Is it still icy? Like,
So you still have, oh God, now I forgot how far you actually went. So I'm gonna say
120 and 70, so 190, it's about 200 feet.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's just say you've got another like 70 feet before you get into the thick of it
no
again. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So we
Um,
start walking forward carefully, slowly.
Yes, yes. And things are again not as dicey. Everything's just more soaking wet. You'll have to just be careful as
Mhm.
far as like the some of the boards go. This time um I'm actually gonna have you guys roll a dexterity check just to make sure that nothing happens.
Are we adding anything? Like, can I add my acrobatics to this?
You sure could.
All right, I like it.
I'm guessing Jesse rolled well because he's got his hands in there.
Uh-oh.
Like you just don't care.
So is
No,
this
that
a-
would be like this.
Is this a dexterity saving throw? Or is this
No, I think it's more of a dexterity check because you're trying to just get through the bridge without slipping, basically, and falling, or anything else that might happen.
But we can use acrobatics, you said.
Yes, you can. Yep, correct.
I got a 9. There's a lot
Ooh,
of legs
very nice.
happening.
22.
Yeah, there's a lot of legs going on. He's got legs. He knows how to use them.
I don't. I think that's the
Hopefully
problem.
he
No,
does.
apparently you don't. Oh
He's
shoot,
got
we're gonna have to
legs
rewrite
and
that
he
track.
doesn't know
All
how
right,
to
back
use
to one,
them.
guys.
22.
Okay,
Nice.
perfect.
18
what'd you
for
get?
Cam.
Nat 20.
Nat
Nice.
20, nice.
Off a negative
I'm
one.
sorry,
so
Cam.
19.
No.
But
We don't
with the
do we
net.
don't do negatives or positives. You get a 1 or a 20. So Jesse, you get a benefit. So
Woo.
you either can have a Benny or you can have an ability from the body that you're in right now.
Learn an ability. I thought everyone was going to do
Learn.
it with me.
Well, I thought you were going to save me
You're
from
the-
falling over the side, but all right. I mean, if you want to learn something, that's cool. I guess.
Maybe my ability I learn is stopping other people from tripping themselves up on 4 feet.
Mm.
Don't worry, I have a backup in case you fall over the bridge.
Okay, that's
We're
fine.
good.
I mean,
Nice. So, the ability that you can get is Zlot has, oh no, that's not, I got the wrong person. Sorry. Give me a second here. So, what happens is that you have a very nice longbow that your
Mhm.
character has, and he is a dead shot with it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was really, really good. You want to come in any louder?
I thought you shut the door, Mom.
Sorry, we need a break for my son coming in really loud. It's all right.
I didn't.
You
hear
actually, it has a really
You didn't
good.
actually hear it.
We couldn't hear anything.
No,
Aw, nice. Thank you, Zoom.
I'd like
Okay.
to know
right.
what it was said though.
So what happens is with this longbow, anytime you use the longbow for an attack, if you roll a 10 or higher, you automatically crit.
Wow.
So make sure you write that down.
Damn.
Okay. As for Belzarin, you are even though you had your little tromp around and you were kind of getting used to your body, let's just say like you hit one of your hooves hits one of the boards and it's just a little too wet and a little too old and it kind of gives out and your one hoof actually goes through. Your whole leg doesn't go through, but you're about just above the knee down and you're kind of struggling to stay straight.
Oh, hey, whoa, oh! Little help. He's like trying to grab onto the rope, but he doesn't want to pull too much because he doesn't want to like jerk everybody as the thing sways back and forth, just kind of like holding himself.
Taryn tries
yeah.
to help. I mean, I guess everybody will probably try to help.
Absolutely. Leaping in.
Okay, so you still you didn't talk about taking the rope away, so he does have the rope tied on to him. So you can use that if you like.
He's gonna pull me right over the side.
Actually,
Cam sets his feet and like holds the rope like
Yeah. Cam roll me a strength check.
Dense.
Strength. Yeah,
Just pretend the wood is stone.
I love stone.
I could always let go.
Well, that was racist, right? I should have said that. I'm sorry. Don't let me go.
Stop horsing around. So the
Oh.
Now who's being racist?
am I doing can I add athletics?
Yes.
All right. So that's that's a 15, but I'm gonna use, I guess I can't know if that's gonna be enough. I don't know before I decide to roll the Bardic Inspiration.
How
that-
does
is that-
Bardic
is that how
Inspiration work? Because some of them you do get the choice to know.
Let me look.
Yeah, but
at
one-
I'm sorry,
Bardic.
not a what,
I
what
think
did I
it's
say?
when you-
15? It's not a 15, it's a 13. That's I said 15. It's actually a
gotcha.
13. Yeah, so I think I want to
You might
I
wanna
don't know
spend
if, yeah, I'm gonna spend it, I think, but I don't like what.
You can wait until after you roll the d20 before deciding to use it, but must decide before the DM says whether it succeeds or fails.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and roll it. That's a 5. So that's a 8. What did I say? Oh no, 13. So all right, it's like
13
an
plus
18.
5 is 18. Yep.
18,
Yep. No, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you used that because it could have been bad.
By the Bardic
Yeah.
Inspiration.
That's a weird thing to say, but thank you.
And even Cam kind of like with him kind of steadying himself kind of helps out Belzarin as well because he's kind of falling through there and he kind of steadies to help with that. So it's almost like a weird like tug of war thing between you two. And then if Tamarin and Toda decide to help, then to be able to get you up.
And
It's a
I
good thing I
helped.
didn't,
I
good
need a
thing I
little
didn't
help.
take that rope off. I just totally forgot it was on there.
Yeah, I need help. I need help.
You good? Your back's good. You did with your knees, right? Oh man, thanks. That would have been real bad.
Yeah.
There's no bottom, right? Like there's just if you looked at it, there's like it
Don't
just
look down.
goes. Well, maybe don't look down. Don't look down because we're really
Yeah,
high.
don't look down.
That was the problem. Maybe I don't know.
And we hoist them back up. It's like really good. It's like really good rope. It's silk rope.
It feels really good. No chafing at
Yeah.
all.
No, smooth and everything.
All right. Now that you're all steadied, you can progress on with no challenges.
Why don't we stay tied
Um,
together for now, just in case with your
Okay.
whole.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Should we tie
I mean,
everybody
you've
in?
learned.
Like, just us?
Maybe get everyone. Yeah, maybe that might be a good idea.
I don't know.
I
What do you guys
suggest
think?
we all tether together.
Okay.
We do it.
Should I shift to the back
Okay.
again? Like kind of get out of the way and kind of like trust to shove backwards.
We reposition and untie, and I'm back in the front, and then we retie everyone back in our original marching order.
Nice. Yeah, so you guys are nice and tied up. Everybody's safe and secure. I won't have you roll for it, but I'll have kind of everyone kind of think about the fact that Quaff hasn't helped at all, really. He's just kind of let you guys kind of do your thing. He's kind of helped tell the stories and kind of helped you along, but he hasn't really done anything.
I mean, classic leadership role, right? Like,
That's right.
He's a supervisor.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like my manager. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, is this thing on us though? Right? Like, that's the
You saving
'cause-
yourself?
no. Well, but right, like, we got sent here in these bodies to like do a thing. So, like, is he just kind of along for the ride while we like figure this stuff out? Is that how this works?
I mean, in theory, we're here, but also the people whose bodies we're in were also here before we were. And like we're also in the past because I'm related to Quaff.
Yeah,
So
it already
like
happened.
we're kind of just recreating something that already happened. So I mean, no, but kind of
But-
yes.
Did it? I mean, is it happening a different way now? Like, or we're changing it, right? I mean, I think that's the right. Like, we're changing.
Well,
the
no, because I
outcome.
mean, if we're here to make sure magic like persists within the world. But in the in the reality we came from, there is magic because like I can cast it and Tamarin can cast it and stuff, and so like maybe we're just guaranteeing that the outcome is the same.
Well, what's he doing then?
Taking the credit for everything.
Figures. I mean, should we tell him to do something?
I mean, I think we should just kind of make sure that this gets done.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, like we're not going to get credit for any of this anyway. Like the people whose bodies we're in are going to get the credit. So it really doesn't matter who does it.
I suppose you're right. Yeah. All right. All right.
Belzar, roll me a perception check.
All right. What is that? God, these dice tonight are freaking terrible. Let's see, 7 on the die, so it's going to be 12 total.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. So you are thinking about Quaff and like the fact that he hasn't really done anything. You guys have had this conversation, and you look, and he pulls out this little like almost like notebook, or I don't know, some kind of book
Scroll.
that they would have back then,
Yeah.
but a smaller, like a smaller scroll. And every time something happens, it seems like he's writing in it. So it's like he's journaling and telling the story of what is happening. So he's actually making, for you, it looks like he's looking to make a book for a library for people to have read about your adventures.
All right. Yeah, so I guess he just says in his head to everybody, well, I mean, he's writing everything down, so maybe that's something. Right? I mean, then like there's a history of whatever this is happening.
You'd think he'd still help in a fight, though. Maybe he just didn't get down to his initiative order.
Again, that's really
Kurt,
weird,
is
Cam. I don't know.
there? So we're in our own past right now, technically, right?
I mean, I don't know that we know
Technically,
that.
yes.
Oh,
So
That you kn- yeah,
is
you don't know for sure.
have I? And I'm guessing like if Quaff is a if I've heard of him, but he's also like a few generations removed, he was probably a little important. Is there any chance I might have read the book that he's writing right now?
Oh.
he's a magic user.
Yeah. So we did you I think earlier you actually asked this question and we rolled and you didn't, but
Okay, I'm down with
because
that.
you're saying no, it's okay. Because you're saying something specific now, maybe it's something you've recollected. Boy, that's a word. So
It is a
yeah, why
word.
don't you go
It
ahead?
is.
Isn't it?
It is. It
Yeah.
totally is. The
Works
fact that I said
perfectly.
it correctly shocks me. That's why I said it like that.
Pusillanimous.
Curiously.
Yes, exactly. I had to look up how to spell that for the last episode. I put up. Anyway, yeah. So why don't you go ahead and roll me a it'd probably be a history check.
Sounds good. I have that actually.
I think he
Ooh,
rolled
and I
last
think I
time.
remember that.
I think he rolled before to see if he recognized Quaff specifically, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Or had heard of him or whatever.
Oh my god.
Super good, super bad.
Oh, super horrible.
Yay.
That is a 6.
You didn't read
Nice.
it. You burned it. You were the book burner.
I even get a
Yes.
bonus. I get a 1d4 bonus on history checks. And I rolled a
Nice.
2 and a 1.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Let's say that you feel like you actually saw it at one time, but you sold it to someone because you're like, I'll
I
never need
chose
this.
not
Why would I need to read
it.
this? Yes. It was handed
I'm
to you
never
by your
gonna need to
father, and
learn
you're just
this.
like, yeah.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
You wanted
No
like
magic
arcade
spells in
money,
here.
and someone was
Right?
willing to give you some coin for a book that you had.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're like, if you read this, we'll go to Pizza Hut and we'll have a party. And you're like, no, I don't want to do it.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah, you don't remember. You remember the cover of the book, but you don't remember anything else of
All right.
it.
The title of it was like the history of Quaff saving arcane energies of the world. And I'm like, bah.
Please read me, Toda. It will be important later. Whatever, old man.
Nice.
Going to play
Yeah.
video games.
Playing Dragon Slayer again. Okay, so you head a little bit further. Again, you're still not out of the what you've dispelled or whatever. And Chairman, you walk into another puddle of water.
And
You started to move, you started to say something, so I was like, I'll let you decide what you say. Okay, perfect. And this massive ogre with obsidian skin and big flowing blonde, almost like a long mullet almost, with very deep blue eyes, and a whip that cracks in front of you, and you can see what looks to be a hawk's claw at the end of this whip. And you hear this ogre say, "I am Warnick. You have murdered my clan. I have come to Yondalox to destroy you all." And that's where we'll cut it.
Okay.
We got this one.
You just
Yeah,
hear
it's
like a
fine.
little squeak come out of Taryn.
Out of which end?
Mhm. All right. Well, very cool.
Well,
Nice.
I gotta say, I was surprised no one got murdered in this episode.
I'm not. We're like peaceful people who negotiate very well.
At least two of you are.
We're formidable, man.
I promise
That's
I
right.
wasn't gonna kill the baby, guys. It was
Yeah, that would have got. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
we're
we
gonna
knew,
be
we knew you were.
yeah, we're gonna be known as that podcast. Hey, remember that podcast where they murdered that baby? Oh boy, I don't want to be a part of that history. No, thank you. All right, thank
Mage
you
Hand can
for
only do 10
everybody
pounds
for.
of force.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
Babies
That's
can
why I wanted to
withstand
know
like
how old the baby was, because if it was like a tiny baby and it was only there was a chance it could be under 10 pounds and I could actually lift it up out of the crib. But
I was gonna say, don't tell me you researched how much pounds of force babies can take at what age.
Oh no, no. I don't want to know that. Please don't go on my please don't say anything on my phone later when I'm scrolling through.
I mean,
stuff.
I'm sure I could ask ChatGPT and it could give me an answer. It's
Yeah, sure
No.
could. This is evil, but evil, not cool. All right, John, what do you got going on? Legends of Tabletop.
I don't know, nothing probably.
3 great new
You got
shirts
something.
coming out.
Yes.
We're workshopping some t-shirts. We have a runners game ongoing. We play that once a month. We're into our second season. We've not really play tested any mechanics. It's supposed to be a mechanical play test, but we're having fun. Characters are fun. Kurt is in that as well. Jesse's running. We have a Call of Cthulhu game coming up tomorrow with Oscar. Somebody's watching this video in 8 months' time when this comes out. Won't really be relevant. We have a
Just
somewhat
match the
regular
dates.
Call of Cthulhu game going, and we also have Deadlands with Neil. Neil's back, so we're making our way
Back
through
again.
that. And I'm dying.
Oh,
Don't do that.
don't get
Don't
so
do that.
choked up.
Jeez.
You got a few years left, man. Come on.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I mean that's about it. Playing over here. Oh my god, I'm literally dying.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's like
Oh,
podcasts
that
that
was,
need to be
the
edited.
Legends of Tabletop was fun.
Yeah.
And then he was gone.
He spited no more.
We're talking about maybe doing some one shots coming up, to fill in some gaps. We don't play a lot of stuff anymore. Necronomicon's coming up, so if anybody's going out to Rhode Island in August, we'll be out there for that. Jesse and John will be there with me as well, at least for a little bit. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, as far as the MFG cast, same old thing. We got our D&D campaign. We got a Core Noir kind of going into our last, or actually, no, it's still going. Sorry. We're playing our last season, but we're way behind on stuff because there was actually a reference point when we were talking last about Noir, and I'm like, wow, that was probably like 3 years ago. So still going
Yeah.
strong. Yeah. We're just still doing board game stuff. So make sure you check that out. Yeah. And again, thanks for watching. And until next time, we'll see ya. Bye.